Welcome to this demonstration of Simpogical, an iPhone and iPad application for simplifying Boolean algebra, typically used for designing combinational logic in electronics. Okay, so let's do a quick walkthrough of some of the features of Simpogical just to see how it works. And the nice thing about these videos is, like with any sort of teaching, it's easier to be shown than to read documentation. So the first time you run it, you will be presented with a disclaimer which essentially says there's no guarantees with this application. If you use it to design a real circuit, you are obliged, or you are responsible for checking that the results are indeed correct and implement what you want. I should also point out that this application makes no attempt to minimize phenomena like hazards. Okay, that will come back to you to deal with, and that's something I may look at adding as a feature in future, but probably easier to keep out of that. So I'm going to say yes, I agree, and close, so that won't nag me again. And then we're presented with the standard opening page, which asks for how many variables, and you can have anything from 2 to 10 variable inputs. So it's a multiple in, single out system that we are simplifying here. So I'm going to select 6 and click create. 6 is a nice number for demonstration because it's not too big, so it makes it quick for me to demonstrate, but it's big enough that you think twice about doing it by hand. Certainly anything larger than that you wouldn't want to do, even with Quimby Cluskey. On the kernel map, really, I would stop at 4 variables personally. 5 is too error prone, but that's personal choice. Okay, so let's look at an example, and I'm going to look at a case where the following outputs are defined as 1. So when the input equals 0, 1, 3, 6, and 7. I'm going to click the wrong one on purpose here. Whoops, like that. I think, oh dear. So click it again, and it's defined as a don't care term, and click it again, it's a 0. So 7 was the right one. And then I want to range towards the back end, because I'm going to say these never occur, maybe from 55 to 63, where I don't care. Right. So these are don't care terms. So currently that would set that range to 1. Click it again, makes it don't care. Click it again, would set them all to 0, etc. So don't care. There we are. So they're all set. And notice they're labelled with a D. D for don't care, whereas the min terms are prefixed with an M. If you just want to see the terms that you've defined to have a non-zero or a don't care output, and click this button, it's a smaller, more compact view. A small design should probably stick just to the truth table. Okay, all you've got to do now is touch the simplify button. Now it's important to understand that some designs don't have unique solutions, and this is just one of those. So the first group, called essential implicants, are common to all the solutions. So these two terms, or together, we can look at it in Boolean algebra or this compact form, binary form. So this is, if the domain is A, B, C, D, E, F, then it's A bar, B bar, C bar, D bar, E bar, plus A bar, B bar, C bar, D, E. And then you must include one of these two. So if you chose this one, it's A bar, B bar, C bar, D bar, F. Note there's no E, that's simplified out. Or this one, A bar, B bar, C bar, E, F. We can look at it in this mode. So there are your two possible solutions. And you may want to decide later which you're going to use. For a large design, you certainly wouldn't want to write them all down. So if you click the compose button, it composes an email automatically for you with specification. The results nicely formatted in LaTeX, if you use LaTeX, or more compactly with this binary notation here. So I'm going to put in the address, so support@simpogical.com, and I could even write something in here. course, I'm using a keyboard as a simulator. This one worked really well. And click send. And it's gone. Your iPhone or iPad mail application will now send that off. Before I finish, there's one other useful feature which I'd like to point out. And if you're in the middle of a design and the phone rings, or you need to switch your phone off, or for whatever reason, you can get back to where you were, basically. Now, this is simulating iOS 4, so that has really nice backgrounding multitasking. So we can see, if you double click, Simpogical is actually running in the background. I'm going to kill it off, which iOS 4 doesn't do, but 3 would. So if you're running on an iPad, as I speak, to date, that's running iOS 3.2. That doesn't background. Now if I run it again, it's still remembered its state. So whatever version of iOS, as long as it's 3.1 onwards, it preserves state. So you don't lose what you were doing if you quit the application or the phone rings. One last thing I should mention, if you click the About button, it gives the web address for my website, which describes the application, has a few walkthroughs, and there's a nice page showing you what I'm up to, the changes I'm planning to make, or extra features, or if there are any bugs, they'll be documented there as well, and you'll be able to see if I've submitted an update into the App Store, so you'll know about that before you even get it, etc. And I think you'll be able to post comments up there as well, which is kind of nice. And do send me a postcard. I'd love to know if you found the application useful, or if you've done something nice with it. Equally, if you found a bug, then do let me know.